How's it going, everybody? It's Coach Brandon here with another Move Monday. We are rapidly approaching the halfway point of this Maintain Don't Gain challenge. For those of you participating in it, I hope you're doing well. Even if you're not participating in the challenge, today I just wanted to talk about the top 7 health tips during the holiday season. Now, this doesn't just apply to food, it's just your overall health. So top 7 tips of different things you can do to help stay healthy during the holiday season especially. So for our first tip to staying healthy during the holiday season, this one's pretty basic, pretty simple: washing your hands consistently. I know this is something we've pretty much been taught from the time we were infants, but washing our hands consistently, killing those germs, really gonna help increase our chances of not getting sick and those around us. Not just COVID, but the flu, cold, any other sort of illness. Washing your hands consistently is greatly gonna cut down on the risk of getting sick. And I know during the holiday season, nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to be sick anytime, but I feel like especially during the holiday season, that's that much more of a bummer. So wash those hands. Tip number 2, managing your stress levels. Now, I know that's easier said than done, but typically the holiday season is one of the most stressful times for a lot of people. So doing different things that you can do to manage that stress, different breathing techniques, reading a book, doing things that are fun and relaxing for you. So just doing your best to manage your stress levels. Not only is that going to impact beneficially your mental health, but your overall physical health. Too much stress can literally make you physically sick. So just doing different things you can do to manage your stress is going to be very, very helpful. Cruising right into tip number 3, don't drink and drive. Now, again, this is something that pretty much from the time you were old enough to begin driving, even younger than that, that's something we've been taught from a pretty young age. Don't drink and drive. It's pretty obvious, but we do see spikes in drunk driving incidents, DUIs, accidents, things like that tend to spike during the holiday season. A lot of people are drinking more during the holiday season, so just be careful. Don't drink and drive. If you're planning on drinking, make sure you either have another way of getting home, Uber, train, or you have a friend that's gonna be able to drive that is sober. So don't drink and drive. Pretty obvious on different ways that's going to help to keep you healthy. So again, that's tip number 3. Moving on to tip number 4 for our top 7 health tips during the holiday season: cutting down on our tobacco use. Or just going tobacco free entirely. We all know the risks of tobacco, at least we should know the risks of tobacco use, and how that can negatively impact our lungs and cancer risks and everything. Cutting back on tobacco, getting rid of tobacco usage in general will greatly increase your chances of remaining healthier longer, not just during the holiday season, but throughout our entire lives. So going tobacco free, one of the best single things you could do to increase your health in a positive way. Tip number 5, staying up to date on your exams and screenings. Now, that could apply to anything from your dental exams to prostate exams to mammograms, to any sort of physical health assessment that could potentially catch the risk of an oncoming illness or disease. So staying up to date on those, again, not just during the holiday season, really any time of year you should be staying regular with your exams and screenings. But great time of year to do it. If you have extra time off, set up those appointments, get your exams and screenings done, make sure you're staying healthy. Almost there, last couple tips here. Now, tip number 6 and tip number 7 definitely apply more so to food. Tip number 6, though, is more so how we're preparing that food. So make sure you're preparing that food safely. That starts with washing your hands, which again, we basically addressed earlier, but also how you're cooking your food. Make sure it's cooked thoroughly. Make sure the pans, pots, plates, whatever you're using are cleaned. Again, pretty basic stuff, but one of the best things you could do as far as staying healthy from a food standpoint, making sure it's prepared safely. Last but not least, tip number 7, eat healthy, stay active. Now, I know that's kind of 2 tips in one, but they do oftentimes go hand in hand. So eating healthy, get your fruits and vegetables, make sure you're maybe tracking your calories to a certain degree if you are trying to not gain weight, if you're trying to lose weight especially. But again, eating healthy, staying active. And by staying active, I mean physical activity, 2 to 2.5 hours total a week is going to be advised to increase or at least maintain your health level, cardiovascular health, and everything else. So those are our top 7 tips of staying healthy through the holiday season. Really any time of year, but especially through the holiday season. Thank you so much for joining another Move Monday. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Have a great day.